Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. You want to find out my views? Well, then you know what to do. Stay tuned. Hello, I'm Scott, this is the Centurion, and today I'm going to be doing a review on a fragrance that quite a few people have done a review of, but there hasn't been a great deal of people that have done it from the UK. So this is a full bottle review, and as you probably guessed from the intro, the fragrance is Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. Now, George very kindly gifted me this bottle. It wasn't given to me as a form of you have to do a review or anything like that. It was actually a gift. I have chosen to do a review on it, and all the opinions are my own. I haven't been swayed or persuaded to say or do anything. So it's all on my own back, off my own back. So that's the disclaimer. Let's go on to the review. Right, now this fragrance was, the nose behind this fragrance is called it was, I believe it was brought out in 2018. Now, I will show you the box. I don't know, I will angle it because I know that my light sometimes reflects differently. But that's the top of your box. You've got the Zaharoff. On the bottom you have your barcode and information, and on the back is embossed as well with very subtle information as well. That's the, as you can see, the front of the box is like a plaque, a gold plaque on the front, and this box is supposed to represent one of them encolpions, like a charm bracelet, or not a charm bracelet but a charm necklace, to be worn close to the heart, because there is a lot of love that has been put into this, right from the box, which is handmade, right down to everywhere that George actually travelled. He travelled around the world on what I call a quest to source the best ingredients, the best oils to make this fragrance. I would liken George's quest to Raiders of the Lost Ark, and this is the Ark. This is the shine and glory. Inside of this box is a lot of love, and these are his words. This is what he says. There is a lot of love inside this box. So let's have a look inside the box. Now I'll show you the box and then I'll put the bottle down for the time being. Just pop that there. But every single box comes with a message, and there's about 30 different messages, and this is what George wanted to do. He wanted to show some love and some inspiration, and I think it's such a beautiful personal touch. It really does make you feel like he has given this personally to you, and mine says there are infinite possibilities in my life, and then there's a number of the bottle in the back of that as well. But what I'll do is I'll take the bottle out and I will show you the bottle. That is the bottle. Beautiful bottle. It's the way it's crafted is unbelievable. These are all made in Italy, these bottles. And as you can see, there's a lot of love there. There's even, if you look, even it's stamped, or the cast where it actually had the name Zaharoff on. But that is, I have got a dry down on one hand. I'm going to spray it again. With these, you twist the cap and then lift. You can pull it off, but it's the easiest way to do. Now, you can see the detail on the cap as well. Absolutely beautiful. And let's have a spray, shall we? Really good sprayer. We'll just pop that down for the minute. Also with it came blueprints for the bottle, So that shows you all the dimensions and everything, and the factory where it was actually made. But I'll read you the top notes, and then I'll get to what I get out of the fragrance and what have you. I've been wearing it more or less constantly ever since I got it, so that'll give you an idea as to what I think of it anyway. Right, the top notes are fresh cardamom, lavender, black pepper, juicy pear, blue cypress, and then in the heart, or the mid notes, is ginger roots, blonde cedar, temple oud, iris, pimento leaves, and fir balsam. And then in the base is creamy sandalwood, gold patchouli, black amber, myrrh, and frankincense. Now, in my description of this video, I'm going to put a link to George Zaharoff's site, because it's really, really important. If you're thinking about buying this bottle, or you've bought a bottle and you don't know about the actual site that he's got, he takes you on a step-by-step journey across the globe, where he shows you with his own film crew, and he shows you the lengths that he actually went to source these ingredients. He went to the likes of Guatemala, France, and Provence, India, Virginia, Indonesia, Australia, Ethiopia. He went everywhere, and you do need to watch these videos. I think there's probably about 13, 14 videos in succession that you can watch, and they're between about 5 and 10 minutes long. So they're really, really interesting. And also with the ingredients, it was also very important to George that every step of the way when he was sourcing these ingredients, that there was also fair wage standards applied. It was very important to him, and also sustainability of these ingredients. So you're not going to get, like in certain places are just farmed until they're stripped bare. Well, this isn't what George wanted. So everything was sustainable, and there was fair wage standards involved as well. But yeah, let's get on to, I'll pop that down anyway. Let's get on to what is the fragrance. After all, that's what you're here for. As I've said, yeah, absolutely fantastic bottle. It's beautiful. It reminds me, it's got sort of a bit of an Art Deco look to it, I think. Really classical, and just a beautiful bottle to have in your collection. This is a 120ml bottle. They also come in a 60ml bottle as well. I think the 120ml is $155, and the 60ml bottle I think is $95. Also, George has got in the pipeline 2 brand new fragrances, so do keep an eye out. Do subscribe to his channel, and on Facebook as well. He's always on there, and on Instagram, and then you'll be able to find out when these fragrances are coming out. Right, the fragrance. Now, it starts off with a beautiful creamy lavender. It's not a sharp lavender, it's so creamy. Now, the only thing that I can say about this fragrance is, if you were to imagine listening to, say, your favourite piece of classical music, or you've gone to a classical concert where there is a huge orchestra. Now, if you imagine, you liken that orchestra to all the different notes that are in this bottle, this is what it's like. They all play a tiny part that make up for the end product, which is, and if you was to take one tiny bit out, you'd be left with something that wasn't quite right. And this is what this fragrance is like. So it starts off with the lavender, and you do get a creaminess. Now, whether that is anything to do with sandalwood or not, I do not know, but the sandalwood comes from Australia, which is where the best sandalwood comes from. Like one of them 1977, 1980s type of lavender scents, the old school ones, where they were quite sharp and pungent. This is really smooth and just like the bottle, it's smooth and sophisticated. You've also got a slight pepperiness to it, which is that again, it's not too much, but it's noticeable, and it gives you just that little bit of spiciness. And after about half an hour, you then start to go into your mids, and this is when the real magic starts to happen, because you start to pick up on an incensey vibe to it from the frankincense, and the myrrh starts to come in later on as well. It's just, like I say, it's like that orchestra. You can imagine it starts off slow, and then suddenly all of the instruments start to come in bit by bit, and it builds up to what is such a beautiful crescendo. You've got in the mids, you've got your temple oud. It's really, it's not very noticeable, but it's just there, just enough, and it plays a part in supporting everything else. And the cedar is, the blue cedar is to die for. It's an absolutely fantastic fragrance. I can't stipulate enough how nice it is, and I'm not just saying it because I was given a bottle. If you was to look at all the different reviews on YouTube, I think you'd find it very hard pushed to find a negative review on this fragrance. People say it's like an office scent, or it's like best when you're suited and booted. Yeah, you could do that, but because, I mean, it says signature on it, you could wear that anywhere, absolutely anywhere at any time. The only thing that I would say is it probably isn't for your teenager or your young, your early to mid 20s, probably not. But above that, fantastic fragrance. So as the fragrance progresses even more, and believe me, this fragrance does take you on a journey. So when you start to get into the base, you're losing the sweetness of the pear, but it's then being replaced by the frankincense and the myrrh. That incense is to die for, and this really, the dry down is really where the magic is in this one. You get a beautiful patchouli in there as well. It's an earthy patchouli, but it's not like a dirty patchouli. It's not your head shop type of patchouli. It's just really smooth. Every single one of the ingredients is top notch in this. It's so much thought has been put into the composition, and the way that it delivers the fragrance through them steps is unbelievable. Like I said, I've been wearing that for probably about 2 weeks, more or less non-stop. You can see that I've made a dent in that already. I don't want to keep using too much of it because that's quite treasured. But yeah, that is Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. I don't know what to say else about it that other people haven't already said it, other than I think it's a beautiful fragrance, absolutely top-notch quality ingredients. More or less anyone can wear it at any time, winter, summer, spring, fall. It is a signature scent. It's a beautiful fragrance, and one that I'm very proud to have in my collection. So that is Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. If you did like the video, then give us a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Thank you very much.